Hello? Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Adventure Cycling, for bringing me in here. Awesome. Yep, yep. Thank you, Adventure Cycling, for bringing me in here. And thank you for the people that wrote the 76 Bicentennial. Thank you for showing me how to dream. My name is Erick Cedeno, and I was born in Panama City, Panama. About 8 years ago, I had this crazy idea that I wanted to travel the world by bike. But I wanted to do it by steps and in stages. So the first trip that I took was from Miami, Florida to Key West. So I only had 2 days off for work. So I decided, okay, well, I'm gonna ride the bike 150 miles from Miami to Key West. Wake up the next day and ride back 150 miles. I had no idea what I was doing. And I tell you what, it was a beautiful scenery. If you ever get to do that ride, please do it. Miami to Key West is awesome. But I was not ready for it. When I got back home, I said, I'm not doing this ever again. Everything was aching. I actually thought I was gonna die. My legs were hurting, my arms felt like logs. I said, I'm not doing this. Eric, don't ever do this again. You know, but something changed. Something changed, and I couldn't put my finger on it. I went back to my job, went back to my friends, went back to my family, like nothing had changed. But yeah, something really changed me. And I couldn't put a finger on it. But I knew it had something to do with that trip. So here I go. Started dreaming about other rides, almost immediately. Started thinking about maybe I could go from Vancouver, Canada to Tijuana, Mexico. And that's when I learned about Adventure Cycling Association. Here we go. Better?
Right up to your mouth.
Okay. So I started thinking about doing another trip almost immediately. So I wanted to feel that. I wanted to get, even though I almost felt like I was dying, something had opened inside me, and I didn't know what it was. So started going, researching about adventure cycling, and decided to go from Vancouver, Canada to Tijuana, Mexico. This time took me about 39 days, but this time my heart and my mind were open to the journey. I already knew it was going to be a challenge trip. That wasn't the point. The point was that something had changed and opened me, and I wanted to unlock that and desperately feel that again. On a bicycle tour, I unlocked a truth that has stayed with me since the first ride. This truth is simple, and you probably heard it over and over again. Anything and everything is possible for yourself if you're open to it. What do I mean about that? I realize when I'm out there how infinite I am as a human being, how infinite nature is, how infinite other human beings are. Yeah, I don't want to go too deep into this. But we are a remarkable species, living in a remarkable landmass, sharing space, air, with remarkable animals. And even though I kind of knew this, I only began to understand this through bicycle touring. But even though I love my bike and I love riding miles after miles after miles, it's actually not about the bike, and it's not about the trail. It's about this guy. So yeah, it's not about the bike. I realize it's not about the bike, it's not about the trail. It's about the clarity that comes when you sleep under the stars. It's about the music of the birds that you could only hear in the woods. It's about when the chain breaks in the middle of a long stretch road, and now you got to figure out what to do. Those challenges, it's about meeting the people on the road. The interaction, you hearing their story and you're telling your story. It's about eating and grabbing an apple from the tree. It's watching everyday miracles happen slowly, petal by petal. It's realizing that yourself, an everyday miracle, living a moment by moment. It's about the challenges and overcoming them. It's about the beauty and being witness to it. It's taking control of your life. It's about being free, full of love and full of life. I'm most alive when I'm out there. And we can bring more people and bridge the gap and invite people into adventure cycling when you show them that this lifestyle is not about the athletes or being in shape or being an outdoorsy person. It's about wanting to explore the possibility of your life. It's about taking control of your destiny. It's about being so curious about life that you have to switch off Netflix and go out and explore it for yourself. Are you familiar with Instagram and Facebook? No. Okay. I'm gonna take a picture here. I'm gonna show my friends who live in Panama where I'm standing today. Smile. I'm gonna take this picture and I'm gonna share it in a minute. Right when I finish, I'm gonna share this. Through social media, and in particular Instagram, I have been able to share this message with family, colleagues, acquaintances, and even strangers that are now my friends. The truth of the matter is that not all this audience, not the audience that is on Instagram is an athlete, cyclist, or even active. But they do believe deeply that there is another world out there, and they're waiting for them to discover it. Let me tell you, there's a lot of people that are open to live a better life. It has to be unlocked. And we're doing that through Instagram and social media. We have to find people where they are, not in the couch or at the bar, but online where they spend most of the time. It's amazing what a picture and an inspired caption can do. It shows them that it's accessible. It's not for the super rich or famous that they get to experience the beauty of freedom. Everyone is entitled to that feeling of freedom. It's our birthright. And we could begin by using social media and all that, but it doesn't end there. Every month, I didn't tell you this, I don't know if Jim told you, but I created Bicycle Nomad about 2 years ago to encourage people to travel by bicycle, to inspire them with some of my pictures, some of the captions that and some of the experience, because I wanted people to actually feel what I have felt. I can't keep this secret to myself, so I have to share it. And then the best way to share it is through Instagram. I opened a coffee shop called Bicycle Nomad Cafe in Phoenix. And I have people coming through Southern Tier and also going down to Mexico, and they stop at the coffee shop and they tell me their stories, and we share stories. And it's a beautiful thing, but I want to be part of the community. And a lot of people ask me, how and what do I need to do to be a part of this lifestyle. So I started doing monthly rides out of the coffee shops just to show people around Phoenix. I wanted people to see Phoenix like they'd never seen it before. I've only been there for 10 months, but I knew coming in with new eyes, I could show them the city like they'd never seen it before. In the fall, I'm actually going to start riding and taking people 32 miles from my coffee shop to a campground that is about 32 miles, and we're going to camp out overnight. And I knew that I came to Phoenix not just to make coffee. I knew that it was bigger than that. I'm very interested into getting people kids out of the inner city so they could see what I have seen. For them to explore a different Phoenix than what they see every day. And I could only do it with the tool of the bicycle. So starting in the fall, I'm going to start doing these rides and taking kids camping. When I was a kid, I was about 12 years old, and my mom took me to Mexico for 3 weeks to explore the pyramids of the Mayan and Aztec civilization. And that changed me completely. So I know, and my goal is to change somebody's life. And one of those kids, they're really good kids, and they just need an opportunity. And I think that the bicycle will allow that. People always want to know, what's the secret? How do I become part of this lifestyle of traveling? But the secret is not physical, it's mental, it's simple. I tell them that I'm excited about life, mine and yours, and I want everybody to live it bountiful as they can. When people ask me, before I opened the coffee shop, one of the questions was, how do you make a living? And I say, I just live. I just live my life. That's how I make my living. This is how I'm trying to bridge the gap, by bringing people into our adventure cycling world, by reminding them that the bike is just a tool to see, to feel, to smell, to hear the world a little differently. It's just a tool. It's not the end result. And I hope you too realize that the journey is realizing your life is for you to take it and in the making. And that anything and everything is possible if you're open to it. Thank you.